To another blessed dawn. This is another day that the Lord has made. I hope you're making it a great day. I hope everything is working in your favor. You know what I mean? Today is a new day, you know, but it come a time where you gotta let go of the things that you no longer can control. You can't allow people to stop you from reaching your point of destination. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about having that faith. It's all about moving and operating in the will of God. Some people are sent into your life to distract you. Some people are sent into your life to separate you from the will of God. But you got to understand to search your heart and to love people regardless of how they treat you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's you being led by the Spirit of God to do His will. So when you got people hating on you, envious of you, doing things to you, and you don't know why, you know what I mean? You got to know that it's all a test. And you don't want to take matters in your own hands. You want to wait on God to fight for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you doing things in your own will, that's giving Satan a doorway to come in. So you don't want to allow the enemy a doorway to, you know what I'm saying, to harm you or cause destruction. So you know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with you asking God to forgive you or repenting and, you know what I'm saying, thinking over your life and doing things different. Because everything happened for a reason. You know what I mean? Like God give us all a choice to serve Him and to obey Him. And the moment you make up your mind that you're gonna walk with God, that you're gonna do right by God, that be the time where Satan began to tell you to forgive him for everything that he did to you. So, and when you forgive him, that allow the enemy to cause you to lower your guard. And now that enemy got you right back where you started. So we want to make sure that we inviting God into our space, and we want to make sure that we giving God some of our time throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? And try to pray about it. Try to involve God in your daily routine. When you wake up in the morning, say a prayer to God. You know what I'm saying? Slow down and acknowledge that God is with you and not against you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Don't you ever accept defeat. Don't you ever feel like you can't move up. You know what I'm saying? Don't you ever feel like you don't have what it takes to get things done, you know, because there's nothing new under the sun. But it's all about you making up your mind and telling God that you're going to walk with Him. You know what I mean? It might get scary. You might get weary at well doing. You may not understand where God is leading you, but you got to trust Him. You got to know that He's not going to lead you astray. And you got to know you're going to have people to tell you you're lazy, you're crazy, you need to do better than what you're doing. You need to step up. You need to, you need to be more obedient. You need to go and get a job, because if a man don't work, he don't eat, he don't grind, he don't shine. But you got to listen to the voice of God. You got to listen to what God is telling you. You're going to have Satan to use people you love and try to take you out of the will of God. Try to test your faith. Try to get you to look at what's not working. Try to get you to look at, oh, how I'm going to get this done. What I'm going to do about this situation. But you got to understand God already got it. God already fighting on your behalf. But you got to make the choice to let go and let God. You can't keep taking matters in your own hands. You got to be led by the Spirit, and you got to test people. You see what I'm saying? Everybody that say they love you, just because they say it, that don't mean they love you. So you got to ask yourself, am I the elder in this situation? Is God looking at me to handle this situation a certain type of way? Or is He looking at, is God expecting me to be the bigger person? Can I be so quick to point my finger at this person and say they wasn't there for me, or they mistreated me, or what? Because God is looking at you. God is trying to see what is it that you doing, or how did you handle the situation. You know what I'm saying? So, turn away from the ways of the world. And all you do, acknowledge God. Even if you was right, even if you know they was wrong, let God fight for you. Don't you keep on trying to take matters in your own hands, because everything happened for a reason. And nothing new under the sun. As I said before, you're going to keep on battling Satan. The more you walk in faith, the more tests is going to come. But you got to understand, the more you walk in faith, the more God is going to move on your behalf, because you showing God that you can be trusted. You showing God that you is giving and sacrificing for him, and you allowing him to use you and move you through the storm. You see what I'm saying? Now, keep in mind, Satan is going to come to kill, steal, and destroy your peace, your faith, your joy, your testimony. He gonna try to steal the things that you've been through. He gonna try to use people to try to silence you and come up against you to compete with you, but you really trying to help them. You're not trying to compete with them. So you gotta know, on this journey, it's gonna get lonely. People gonna do things to you that you can't even put together, or you don't even know why they doing it to you. And that's all right. You know what I'm saying? But keep your faith. Keep your faith in God. Don't sell your soul. Don't let people tell you what's best for you. Don't let people silence you like you ain't got much to offer, like you all used up and washed up, because they done using you. Now they want you to feel like you ain't got no value. But see, what the devil meant for your bad, God always turned it around for your good. So you don't have to worry about who did it and what for, who coming up against you. And you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about none of that. Only thing you do is keep your eyes focused on God, because God will never leave you or forsake you. You might have people to walk out your life, but God never walks out your life. God never leave you or forsake you. So you know what I'm saying? Give credit to what credit's due. Trust God for everything he's doing in your life. You know what I'm saying? And if you want God to move in your life, you got to give up something. You got to let go something. You can't keep doing the same thing and thinking you're going to get something different. You're going to get the same results. But the moment you let go and let God, the moment you show God that you serious, expect for Satan to show up and try to stop you and call you a liar or try to distract you. So you got to get to the point where you stingy when it comes to God at getting his time with you. Because we make time for everything else, but we don't make time for God. We like to think we making time for him because we getting up and we speaking about him. We testifying, we bringing our testimony. But where is the time you really spending with God? You really dining in with God. You know what I'm saying? You pick a time out of day where you say, okay, I'm going to give this time to God. I'm going to sacrifice this time for God. You know what I'm saying? Where are you doing that? And that's where you have to make sure that you not taking God for granted for the blessings that he's been bringing into your life. You know what I'm saying? Because we owe it to God to praise him. We owe it to God to be obedient. You know what I mean? Like, we sometimes allow people to get in our way that we love. We try to help them. We try to lead them down a narrow path, but they're not willing to go down that narrow path. So it's like it come a time where you got to let go. You got to let them do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? You can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink it. So it's all about your heart. It's all about you understanding that you are somebody and you are important to God. So don't cast your pearls before swine. Don't let everybody have access to you. Cut off your phone. Cut off those devices. Spend time with God. You know what I'm saying? Let God use you. Open up your mouth and let God know how good he's been to you and how thankful you are. that he's been moving you and guiding you through the storm. You know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for the Lord, ain't no telling where would you be at a day of time like this. So you can't give up on the goodness of God. You know, like I said, all I'm saying is check yourself. All I'm saying is look at your life and see where you standing with God. Is God walking with you or what? You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this short, y'all. I appreciate y'all for listening and watching and staying tuned. And just know God got a blessing with your name on it. But in order to get something, you gotta give up something. You can't keep listening to the devil and caring about what the devil said about you. And that Satan gonna make you listen to the people that you love as if they know you. But you gotta learn how to tune them out and do what God is telling you to do. Make no mistake about it now. You wanna get your lessons outside of school? Get rid of the drugs. Stay away from the in crowd. Get close to God. Peace and love, family. Peace and love.